Today's my video is on dyslexia, case study on dyslexia. What is case study? A case study as described as an intensive, systematic investigation of a single individual group or community or some other unit in which the researcher examines in-depth data relating to several variables. How to prepare a case study? If your students ask you to the way how they have to prepare the case study, you have to guide them to read, analyze and examine the case thoroughly and focus your analysis. Identify at least 2 to 3 key problems that you have to cover in the case study. Now try to understand why these problems arise. What is the impact of these problems? See, next what you have to do, you have to uncover possible solutions by reading experience, outside research and analysis. Select the best solution by looking for its pros and cons and checking whether they're realistic or not. What is dyslexia? Dyslexia is an often misunderstood, confusing term for reading problems. The word dyslexia is made up of 2 different parts. Dys is difficult and lexia is meaning words, reading or language. Okay, words, reading, language. So dyslexia means it's difficult in reading. So quite literally, it is difficult with reading words and sentences. Dyslexia is a specific learning disability that is neurobiological in origin. It is characterized by difficulties with accurate or fluent word recognition and by poor spelling and decoding abilities. What are the main issues? Dyslexia does not only cause difficulties in reading but also may be manifested in challenges in spelling, verbal expression, speech, writing and memorization. If a child is dyslexic, he or she likely will show other warning signs besides having trouble with reading. So come to the discussion part. As a child gets older, dyslexia can often look like difficulty in reading spellings, even though it's a simple words, and trouble learning the names of letters. Sometimes they'll confuse with D and B and P and Q. And it's trouble rhyming, reluctance to read aloud in class because they'll hesitate because they may make errors, trouble learning how sounds go together and mixing up the position of sounds in a word. So it is neurobiological in origin, meaning that the problem is located physically in the brain. Dyslexia is not caused by poverty or developmental delay or speech or hearing impairments or learning a second language, although those conditions may put a child more at risk for developing a reading disability. So dyslexia does not only cause difficulties in reading, sometimes they challenges in spelling, verbal expressions, speech, writing and memorization. So if a child is dyslexic, she or he most likely will show other warning signs besides having trouble with reading. Again, they'll often show decoding difficulties, meaning that their attempts to identify words they do not know will produce many errors. They will not be very accurate in using letter sounds relationship in combination with context to identify unknown words. Unfortunately, recent research has shown that most teacher training programs are not teaching the science of reading, including early identification of children at risk or reading failure. Daily training in linguistic and oral skills, implicit instruction in letter sounds and syllables, and teaching phonics in a subsequential order that research has shown will be most beneficial to students. So my conclusion is you have to be very supportive and you have to they may get trouble in learning to read. That may affect your child's self-esteem. So be with them, be very supportive, talk to your child, take steps to help your child learn at home, limit screen time, and stay in contact with your child's teacher, and join a supportive group. So I'll end with this video. I'll catch you in next video. Thank you.